For over 100 years, Catholic elementary schools have been vital to the life of our city and our diocese. Our Catholic schools are just as important today as they were a century ago. We can never forget that our schools have always faced challenges. The know-nothings of the 19th century burned schools and blocked construction of new buildings. During the Great Depression, schools closed and new construction ceased. The 1950s and 60s, there was not enough room for our schools to accommodate all the students who wanted to benefit from a Catholic education. Throughout all these difficulties, our schools have endured because of the vision that animates them. This vision can be summarized in the following way. It is our commitment to provide our children programs of academic excellence, ongoing faith formation, and allowing them to grow in an environment animated by Catholic social values. By attending our schools, children have been invited to know, love, and imitate the Lord Jesus. This is the vision of Catholic education that generations before have sacrificed for and fought to protect. This is the same vision that we wish to preserve for generations to come. We are all very proud of our schools. In many ways, our schools have become part of your extended family. They do a great job. Some of you attended the very same schools that your children do. This connection is important in the history of our diocese. In the past few years, the challenges facing our schools have grown tremendously. The same financial constraints faced by your families are also faced by our schools. For this reason, our diocese has made a significant investment in Catholic school education. Last year, as a diocese, we contributed over $12 million in scholarships and grants to children who could not otherwise afford to attend a Catholic school. I want to ensure that Catholic school education is geographically and financially accessible to every family in our diocese. It is important to know that the average per pupil cost in our Catholic elementary schools is $5,500, yet the average tuition is approximately $3,500. Some of you pay a little more in tuition, others a little less, but all of you are making great sacrifices to send your children to Catholic schools. Thankfully, many of our parishes have generously supported their schools by making up their financial shortfalls over the years. However, given the difficult financial times we all face, many parishes no longer can continue to provide such large-scale financial support. As your bishop, I want to make sure that the maximum number of dollars is spent directly on your children's education. This will ensure that we can keep tuition low despite rising costs. To do so requires that we address the declining enrollment in some of our schools. Confident that our schools are a great gift, we have embarked on a remarkable journey to reimagine our schools through a planning process called Preserving the Vision. This journey began a few months ago. It will continue for 4 more years as we work together to answer one critical question: how can we reinvent our schools in a time of many challenges so that our children can have the very best Catholic education? From the onset, our Bishop, Frank Caggiano, our Vicar General, has followed my directive that preserving the vision be an open, transparent, and collaborative process. Such a process is never easy to manage, especially when everyone involved must carefully examine every possible shred of data related to each school. Since the initial proposals were announced on January 12th, the committee sought your feedback and response. For the last several weeks, I have thought about and prayed over the proposals and your responses. Now is the time to commit ourselves to address the challenges before us, to take action to preserve the mission of Catholic school education and begin a new chapter in the history of our schools. A few of the schools that we have known for a long time will regrettably have to close. However, brand new schools and innovative academies will be born in September. This is a time for new life for Catholic schools. And as the Lord Himself taught us, new life requires change and even sacrifice. Change is never easy. Sometimes it is even painful. My thoughts and prayers are with the students, parents, and teachers whose schools will be consolidated in September. I want to assure you that we will do everything we can to make sure your child finds a seat in the school of your choosing. Our teachers make so many sacrifices on behalf of our children, and we do not want to lose these dedicated individuals that have been so critical to the success of so many of our students. The Office of the Superintendent of Catholic School Support Services is committed to assisting displaced teachers and administrators to find new positions in other Catholic schools. My friends, we have begun a new chapter in the life of our schools. The next few years will bring exciting innovations, additional programs, and the birth of new quality academies that will best be able to pass on the vision of Catholic education for an additional 100 years. Together, let us resolve to begin this new chapter in Catholic school education. What we begin today is a chapter that future generations will look upon with gratitude. Thank you, and God bless you.